What's going on? Welcome back to another Just Build It. And today is not about car parts, but it is about car enthusiast ergonomics. For the longest, I have been using a mechanic's chair, a roller, a stool that probably is a bit below what I should be using in order to build to work on my car. And that is this makeshift thing. This is pretty much what I've been using right here. Yep. And yeah, that right there, that is a baby's life vest to give me a little bit more comfort because this seat cushion here doesn't do much of anything for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ready to put together a stool that I found on Amazon that is less than the so-called chairs you see for $450, $600, but more than this thing right here. And we're going to test it out because sometimes I have almost busted my ass in this, and I don't want to bust my ass working on the Integra. Let's go. All right, so what we got right here is a chair tough tool, half price, Vevor or Vevor. This is on Amazon. I will have the product links below so you can check this chair out yourself or many other chairs to see if there's something that you want to get. As you see right here on the box, it says technical support and e-warranty certificate. I don't know how very good the warranty is. I haven't had to do a warranty claim, and we're just about to put this together right now, and then we'll roll it out in the driveway and try to roll across those little valleys in your driveway to separate the sections and see if I actually bust my ass or it rolls me through smoothly, or it rolls me through with a little bit of a challenge, but still gets me through without busting my ass. So let's get ready to get this thing open and start building. So I think what's very important is to see what contents we get in this package first. So we're kind of going to do a soft unboxing first. And then from an unboxing, we'll do a instructional assembly video. Right here off the back, we have some rails right there. Put those to the side, rails right here to the side, pretty much the same. We have our seat cushion right here, and it does have some clips on the back end of it, as you can see right there. So more than likely, we're just gonna clip that on. We'll put that also over here, kind of separate parts. And here we have the trays that a lot of our stuff will go in. We'll put those over here. And I guess this could be used for a nice cup holder, but likely for parts. But if you do need, water is essential. Put that over there. And then we have the casters, and the caster packaging did give way. Not very good packaging anyway for casters. This packaging typically rips apart like that. We'll put this in the trash. So we should have 4 casters. 1, 2, 3. More bad packaging. And where's our 4th caster? That's 3 and 4. All right, so we got 4 casters. They are threaded, so that means we should be threading these in or going through some type of bearing, and then, well, the bearing's there, and then putting a nut on these. So we'll see how that is. Now, one of the main things we want to see about this is how easy is assembly. And there are the rest of our tools. We got nothing else in that box, so we can just put the box right there. All right, so here's pretty much our platform. Is plastic. I do hear some things rattling around in there. And oh, we got a nice little drawer right here. Nice little drawer right there. So that is cool. Here are our tools. And we'll see how far we make it with these tools before we start using power tools. Because you know how once you start using power tools, you kind of don't want to go back. We'll put that over there. And we have our instruction manual also, so we can put that back in there. So I'm already knowing, right? Because kind of explanatory. We're not going to go too in depth. There's not a lot of parts to put together. We got 4 casters, 2 rails, a seat cushion, and 2 drawers. So this shouldn't take us very long if we're mechanically inclined, but you know what they say, some things seem to go as they should go, but they don't always go as you want them to go. All right, so we got a real good picture here. We don't have a bunch of laid out instructions, which means they are pretty much depending on us to be mechanically inclined and to make this happen and know where these bolts are supposed to go. So if we go to the second page, do we have an IPL parts breakdown? We do not have an parts breakdown of the actual bolts. We just have pictures showing us the bolts. So we're gonna have to also figure out where these nuts and bolts are supposed to go. That part might become self-explanatory to us. We do have a full picture right here of this unit. So kind of gives us an orientation of the rails that we just took out. And yeah, let's just go for it. I'm already a little confused, not too confused, but I am a little bit wondering how that kind of goes in there, just a tad. But it looks a little funny because I don't really see this part in there. You know, this little bar that goes right there. But let's just get started. All right, let's get started because I don't have a lot of GoPro battery left. I didn't charge the GoPro battery, so. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn this over. I already see right here that we do have some holes. And what I wanna do is try to match up these holes. I noticed that these plastic clips go outward. So I am gonna go ahead and do that. And plus you got rubber protectors right here. So that would tell you that likely they don't want the metal to scratch anything. If these went inside, they probably wouldn't waste their time doing rubber. And if they did waste their time doing a cap, it probably would be a plastic cap. So we know that these go out. And now we need to find our hardware that we're going to be using. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do as far as power tools. Now I do like that they did put each washer and nut with the screw. Most times it's just kind of out there. So they did do a little bit of pre-work for us. So that is also a plus. Most companies don't do that at all. So we at least know they did that. So now we got 4. Let's see if we got 4 of these and that will tell us where we should be going. So we got 1 right there. We got 2 right there, 3 right there, then we got 4. Then we have these big cap bolts, and so those should go on the caster. So I am thinking that the rest of these right here are probably spares. I do notice that we have a couple of more washers here than we do on here. So we do have 3 washers here. So somebody kind of did a 1/3 of the job. So we'll just go ahead and put that right there. Just kind of do a thread or so. And actually, you know, I'm not gonna waste my time. Right there, I know those go together. And this is kind of cool. They gave us a legit combination wrench set. That's kind of cool. Usually you don't get that. And they even have 10, 17, 17 on it. That's a plus right there. That toolkit is probably by far the best toolkit I've seen to come with anything, including IKEA furniture. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm gonna see if I can tell where the big washer and little washers go. And off the rip, I actually do. All right, so we have, actually I don't. So we got 4, which is 4 16-ounce easy. Oh, here we go. We got these right here. So number 4 is M6 washer, 8 unit. Number 5 is a M6 nylon nut, which we have that. And then we have number 4 again. So where do these big washers come in at? Where do the big washers come in? On the caster somewhere? No, I doubt it. I don't know where the big washers come in, honestly. I'm a little bit puzzled with that. Damn. Yeah, well, this is part of it. It's not over. It's not the end of the world. The casters, 6 is M6, 8, and then number 4 is also M6. So yeah, M8, M8s and M6s. Okay. All right. So these actually go with the casters. These will go in between the caster and the actual, those other bars. So we don't need these on here. So we're going to go ahead and take these off. All right. So we figured it out. It is a little faint on the drawing, but I did kind of take my time, look through it, and it did reveal itself. So now we know those big washers go with the casters. These smaller washers go with here. So let's go ahead and start getting these babies put together. You're going to take one washer, put it on your bolt first, your screw, drop that through, take your other washer right here. You're going to come right here on this side, washer, nylon locking nut right there. And we're just going to snug that up. We're going to go to the other side, take this, that, next little nylon locking nut. We're gonna flip that side over, get the other one right here. Go ahead, drop the screw down. Just repeat that same process. Get another nylon lock. Sometimes you can just go ahead and put it already in the right orientation. That way you can use one hand, you don't have to switch back and forth. And we got our last screw and nylon lock right here. Then we got to go ahead and get these fastened up. There's not a lot of space in between the actual nuts and the washers to the surface. So I think I'm going to be okay not using power tools this time. But to a degree, I really want to use power tools. I'm not going to even front with you. And I think I am going to, I am going to bring in a power tool. I'm not even sorry about it. I'm definitely bringing in a power tool. For sure. Gonna bring one in. People, if you can make your job easier, make your job easier. I'm just saying, just do it. If you can make it easier on yourself, make it easier on yourself. Find the right one. Pretty hefty size right there. This probably work. Yep, that one works. All right, here we go. Now we already know we do have the combination wrench. Pop me in a battery. Combination wrench right here should work. So we got a combination wrench. Does this actually, now this is the thing, are these combination wrenches right? And they are. All right, so let's get this party started. All right, I think we're gonna be able to torque it down a bit better than that. There we go. Now we're just gonna do that for all the other sides, right? So there's no need for me to keep showing you that. Just go ahead and button these down. And it is still fairly light. It's not very heavy. Way lighter than the old busted one. I do like that. Now, we've already got these on, so now the next thing is, let's go ahead and put the casters on. Don't make the mistake of putting your casters on like this. Go this way. We do know we have a washer, and this is why we have the washer, so the chair doesn't ride on this nut. You're gonna go ahead and slide your washer in there, put some space between the nut and the actual surface. And then you do get a snug little fit in there. And then you're gonna get your cap bolt like so, all right? And this is why you have two of these. You have one that's a little bit thinner than the other, seems like it at least, but you got two because you're gonna need to hold your caster and you're gonna need to tighten down your cap nut right here. So be aware of that. Make sure you don't have any more washers in here that need to be used. So then, just so you can see this part, we're gonna take this, lock this one in, take this one, put it right here. Should be the right size. Yep, there we go. And tighten it up. And as you can see right there, that's what we're tightening up. So just tighten that up, bow, snug. Now we're just gonna do the same thing for the rest of them, right? So we're gonna drop a washer on. Washer on right here, drop that bad boy on in there, get the rest of our cap bolts out. Go ahead and finger snug it on. Put your one wrench right here, the other wrench right there. So I brought the power tools out, but if I had not, we'd still be on that other part. So I'm not mad about bringing the power tools out on that. And we're gonna do the same thing. Don't forget our washer. Washer right here. Go ahead and put this one up. Again, I'm gonna take this, and I do think that one is thinner than the other. It does kind of feel like one is thinner than the other, actually. Tighten that up. Cool. Heard a little pinch right there, so I might have over tightened that a little bit. I'm gonna back it off. There we go. And our last caster right here. Washer, caster, cap bolt. This assembly is pretty efficient. This is pretty efficient. This is not going bad at all. I thought we was gonna be a lot of parts. Thought we were gonna take a lot longer to get this thing together, but they simplified the assembly process. They even did a little bit of front load work for us on the bolts, not all the way through. And we're gonna get this out of there. Got that out. Now, boom, there we go right here. If you pay attention, because I did not, they do actually have locking casters on here. I didn't pay attention to that, and I put the other locking caster right here. So now I gotta take this one off, bring this one over this way, or vice versa, but really you would like them to be same side, across from each other instead of long way. So I'm gonna take it, put your locks on the same side. So I'm gonna take this one off, put it over there. All right, so we're gonna button up this last locking one right here, and then it is time for us to start a test. And unnecessarily, these don't have to be unnecessarily tight, but you don't want them to just come off on you. So just snug them up. And you might have a little issue with getting the other wrench out, but it will eventually come out. Okay, there we go. Now we have this. We only got a couple of more steps now that we have our locking casters on the right side. We do have our trays right here, our drawers. And I'm really trying to see how and where these go. And it looks like what they're gonna do is they're gonna go on this little crossbar right here. So you're going to just push them in and then kind of just probably press them down right in there. Yep. So you get a little snap like that, and you can just always pop them out. And then your two holes right here, our two indentions, will go over the nuts for the actual crossbar. And that's it. And turn it this way. Do the same thing in here. There's a little ledge. There's a little ledge in here. If you can see it, this little ledge, you're gonna take your tray, put it underneath that ledge for leverage, and then just pounce on it on this side. Make sure it's in there pretty good. And then boom, it locks in. And so though these will come up easy, so you can take them in and take them out. Now for the last part, for your fanny, two clips. It's right here. And we're just gonna come in here and snug them up. And there we go. No baby seat life preserver anymore. Actual seat designated seat cushion. All right, it's time to go test. Rolls around pretty good, so it's time for us to go ahead, take these out in the driveway, do a little test on them, see what happens. If I bust my ass, you get the laugh. Here are the two different rollers. Amazon one right here. cheap one probably bought from Harbor Freight or maybe even Advanced Auto Parts with the baby cushion on it. We're gonna do 2 roller tests. I'm just gonna roll nice, and then I'm gonna roll over this crack and see if I get tripped up with either or, and see which one just feels the best now. All right, if you do notice, you have like a nice little concave here to kind of get your hiney just kind of naturally settled in. Here, yeah, this one's been good to me. We did the wide body in this one, but it's been rough to me too. That's why it's got the baby seat life preserver on it to save my tush. All right, so let's get it started. All right, so I'm gonna roll with Old Reliable right here. Just gonna roll backwards. It's rough. You can hear it. It's pretty rough. You could tell that you could tell that it's rough. It sounds rough. It is rough. Now I'm gonna go ahead and roll over this crack. And we don't get much rolling action right there, right? And you see, I almost busted my ass. It was ready to send me over, all right? So we didn't even make it over the crack with this one. Roughs a roll, front or backwards, but definitely sideways. And this caster did get caught into this crack, which could have been a hazard. So now let's go ahead and try the new one. Sounds a bit more absorbent. Listen to that. Listen to the sound. Right? Sounds better. Now, let's go ahead and try to roll past the crack. All right, I don't have anywhere to put my feet up, so I'm just gonna trust it. Ah, we made it! We made it! That is success. Over the crack, no hang up. Of course, we felt the bump, but it wasn't ready to throw me off like a bucking bull. This is definitely worth it. I am going to put the links below in the description. Maybe you should get yourself one of these. You got some place to put your tools, a drink, some more little parts on each side. And this cushion actually feels pretty damn good too, so I don't forget to mention that. And these casters work, and as you see, assembly wasn't unnecessarily hard. Came out of the box pretty much ready, and the price point is excellent. When you talk about some of these chairs costing $450, $650, even $1,000 metal constructed, usually you don't want a lot of metal around your car. This is just the truth. You don't want a lot of metal around your car, especially if you got a custom paint job. I like to wear these type of pants, but if they have zippers on them, I don't even like to wear them. So I have some sweatpants that have no zippers, no metal on them. So I like that this one is plastic. I'm gonna see how long it lasts, and maybe we do an update video. But for right now, at the price point, I'll probably save $610. And I'll let you try one out for yourself. I think this was around 45 bucks. 45 bucks. I don't think it was higher than $45. So click the link, you see for yourself, order it, let me know what you think. All right, just build it. Peace.
You kinda like Face at the end of the flick. The world was yours and you died on the shit. Wolfpack gang all over this bitch. Taking over YouTube, running that shit.